So how do I actually do my presentations for the Cert 4 in Training and Assessment? Glad you asked. We're going to actually cover all of the presentation requirements and the major activity assessment requirements of doing the Cert 4 in Training and Assessment online. Hi, welcome to the Training Tips Online. I'm Suzette Bailey from S7 Learning, and I'm going to talk to you today about the presentation requirements of the Cert 4 Training and Assessment and what you need to do to complete your course online. We get the question a lot about how do I actually complete the requirements of a Cert 4 in Training and Assessment when I'm doing the course online, particularly around the area of what are the presentation requirements. Well, there are three. There's a 15-minute presentation, a 30-minute presentation, and a 1-hour presentation, also known as your final presentation. The 15-minute presentation can be on any topic you like. You can even show how you can actually make a cup of tea if that's what you want. But the other two are a lot more structured. For the 30-minute presentation, we generally ask that you do it on an accredited course listed on training.gov.au website, because it helps you to build towards your final presentation. The 30-minute presentation also must include things like training materials, session plans, and any other related documentation. The final presentation is of approximately 1 hour in length. It's a little bit misleading because you're not actually presenting for 1 hour. What you'll be doing is actually condensing essentially an entire training course into an hour. What does that mean? Well, what it means is you're going to actually have your housekeeping. You'll talk and train for about 10 to 15 minutes, then actually provide an activity or some sort of exercise that the students will actually then do to learn what you've been actually teaching them. Some kind of validation will follow that. That may be you asking them questions or setting them another exercise. Once you're sure that they know what you're actually been training them and the skill that you've been showing they're actually quite competent in, you'll then move to the assessment part of the course, or in this case, the final presentation. So what that means is you'll then have to set an assessment piece that is appropriate to the unit of competency that you have selected from training.gov.au. In the training.gov.au website, as part of that unit of competency, there's an evidence guide. And in that evidence guide, it talks about what kinds of evidence are appropriate for a particular unit. So as part of your final presentation, you need to show that you can actually create and use an assessment piece that is applicable to the unit that you've selected. Your students will then complete that assessment piece and then you'll then wrap up the training course or the final presentation. For all three presentations, you'll need to have a minimum of 3 to 4 people to act as your students. But please note, the students are not being assessed, you are. So it doesn't matter, you can use friends or family or anyone else, work colleagues that you want, as long as you have around 3 to 4 minimum in your training group to act as your students. So the other aspect of your presentations is the major activities. As you go through the units, you'll actually find that there's 4 major activities to be completed. You can do these with the presentations, and in fact we strongly advise it because a lot of the major activities relate to your 30-minute presentation and your final presentation. So by doing them together, you'll actually be able to save time, and also it should make a lot more sense. So I hope this has actually been useful for you. And if you're actually considering the Cert 4 in Training and Assessment, there's a lot more information about the process of applying and actually doing the course on www.s7learning.com. And I really strongly encourage you to go and have a look, read through the information, watch some more videos, and we hope to see you soon as a student.